What's up, guys? It's JTB Gaming here, and welcome to the first episode of this new player series. I have decided to go to be with the Chicago Bears, as I feel like they're a good historic franchise. And I will be being a quarterback. I've decided to go for scrambler quarterback, just because they have very good speed, very good throw on the run, break, sack, and short accuracy. That's honestly what I look for in a quarterback, as I don't really throw many deep balls. And I just feel like the way the game is transitioning, you have to have that sense of mobility to be any good. Plus, with the sense of mobility, it makes me a dual threat quarterback, which makes teams kind of have to sit back and let me make the play, which I'm fully capable of doing. I have decided to go for a top round pick. I'm going to be honest with you, I tried to do this series as a mid round pick and fight for the starting job with Trubisky and Foles, but it only put me at 71 overall and Trubisky's at 72. And every time I gained overall, he also gained an overall. And because Madden 21 player mode is just absolutely broken, I was cut as a 72 overall quarterback with an X factor, and not in 3 seasons of just simming through, not a single team picked me up. So that is why I have decided to go for the top pick, just to solidify myself as a starter. So looking at our attributes, we have 93 throw power. We do have 75 deep accuracy, which is a little concerning, but the 86 short accuracy makes up for that. And we also have 87 throw on the run, which I feel like is something that is huge, just because of the fact that we are a mobile quarterback. I want to make sure that as we're rolling out, we're able to get those accurate throws. And we do have 92 break sack. We also have 86 speed and 87 acceleration with 86 agility with 92 change of direction. I feel like, honestly, if we just keep upgrading the scrambler QB archetype, I feel like we will be extremely dangerous on the run, and we could add in some read options, we could add in some QB powers or some QB draws to the playbook. We also have 77 juke move and 76 spin move. I honestly don't think I will be doing either of those, just because of the fact I don't want to fumble. So for our current X Factor, I have decided to go for a brick wall, just because I want to make sure that if for some reason I do see that one blitzer coming, and if I can break away from that blitzer, that completely changes the play, because at that point the defense is expecting me to be sacked, and if I can break away from that, especially with me being a mobile quarterback, I could just roll out. For the abilities, I have decided to go for Gutsy Scrambler, just because, again, I want to be on the run and accurate, as I feel like that is very crucial to our success. I have also decided to go for Anchored Extender, just because I want to make sure that I want to be able to break that first sack, and then I can throw it away if I know I'm under more pressure, or be able to roll out just to extend the play. I've also gone for Quick Draw, because I just feel like, especially with some of the animations, like even if I'm throwing a 5-yard slant and it's a touch pass, it takes 10 million seconds to wind it up, and I could easily just do a quick flick of the wrist to do so. So that's why I have decided to go for a quick draw, just because I want to make sure I have those faster animations. And now we have our first game of the preseason and our first game of our young rookie career, and I hope you all enjoy the game.
This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
The 2nd down pass. Complete.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
And 2 at the 45-yard line.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And I think he's a guy, if they had let him walk, no one was going to be shouting from the top of a mountain. But he's a good guy. He's a good locker room guy, too.
Good locker room and a good player. I mean, he's a valuable starter.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll roll him out right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Charles, let's get a look at the draft class for this offense. Remember, no first-round picks this year. They traded it away. How much of a detriment is that?
Well, what they're hoping is the reason they traded away that first-round pick, that player won't be a detriment. He'll be an improvement for their team. And now as you get into the later rounds and the middle rounds of this draft, that's when your scouting comes to the front. You have to hit on those selections. And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 13-yard line. 2nd and 9
now. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Charles, let's get a look at the draft class for this offense. Remember, no first-round picks this year. They traded it away. How much of a detriment is that?
Well, what they're hoping is the reason they traded away that first-round pick, that player won't be a detriment. He'll be an improvement for their team. And now as you get into the later rounds and the middle rounds of this draft, that's when your scouting comes to the front. You have to hit on those selections.
That last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
But it brings up.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. First carry now for David Montgomery. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Jackson on the coverage.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Flush to his right. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his rookie Cole Kmet that time, but now it's 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. A 5-yard touchdown run, and the Bears have taken the early lead. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go, his first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And down inside the 15 he goes. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
13 yards.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
Patterson on the draw play. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Chicago.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 4 yards out as the Bears push further out in front. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know
they'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit over.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards, a 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now this is a catch by Ted Ginn.
The pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Ted Ginn Jr.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
At the 40-yard line.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
Complete.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And goal.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what?
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He completes this into the hands of Miller.
The first
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. In need of only about the length of the foot. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to...
First carry now for David Montgomery. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 62 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Handoff comes to Montgomery. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery taking it in. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only...
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
The ball carrier.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Cordero Patterson, incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task?
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 10.
They're going to look to throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
By the 49.
He's a high draft pick, so maybe a bit of a mulligan, but you never want to throw a preseason interception, especially as a rookie.
No, but this is the time to do it, right? Let's get the kinks out. He's still got to learn how to read.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Hey, Charles, let's get a look at the draft class for this offense. Remember, no first-round picks this year. They traded it away. How much of a detriment is that?
Well, what they're hoping is the reason they traded away that first-round pick, that player, won't be a detriment. He'll be an improvement for their team. And now as you get into the later rounds and the middle rounds of this draft, that's when your scouting comes to the front. You have to hit on those selections. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1.
7-7.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
The throw over the middle taken in. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Back to throw again. The catch made by Miller. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Patterson on the draw play. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me, tackle.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Dancing to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Intended for Anthony Miller. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
These offensive starters still out there in the 2nd quarter. You would think the plans for them. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 27. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coaches.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll find Miller. That's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught by Montgomery. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw now on first down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears draw a bit closer. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Second down.
And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his third pick of the game. Instead, it's third down.
And 7.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
First and
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run with Patterson, and he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Their mobile, agile quarterback, 37 yards. And the Bears have cut it to within a score.
Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him starting to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. But he got a little bit greedy there, and in this case, greed was good as he got into the end zone.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They'll look to throw, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt...
On 1st down, It's Patterson. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
By the running back.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
That's good.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The quarterback taken down and sacked. A fumble on the play.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
On second down, it's Montgomery. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's the end of
Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a pickup of 6.
Good throw there to start the second possession, maybe help erase the memory of the interception he threw first possession.
Yeah, I think a lot of the time now there's a communication between the head coach, offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach. All right, we got to get him settled. It's not easy after you've thrown a pick 6. You might want to just run the football, but I think in most cases you want to give him easy throws that he's comfortable with to get him going again. And it's not necessarily just throwing 1 or 2 yards. What throws does he like to make? Give him a couple of those.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked by Kevin Byard. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Final tune-up here before the regular season. And look, we know how much talent this guy has, but those are the mistakes he's going to have to avoid when the regular season does begin.
Because as a high draft pick, you're expected to be the guy sooner rather than later.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down at the 30.
You're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Complete to Allen Robinson.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
To Anthony Miller.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult, but when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And he's got Miller. Still going. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Chicago.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And that'll be incomplete.
Intentional grounding.
We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So after the loss of down, they'll come up here with a 2nd and goal. Patterson on the carry. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now he's forced out left. Now he'll pull it down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
The score, Titans 14. Bears 3.
Game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there. But in the 4th quarter, somehow they dug deep and found that extra bit, right? That reserve tank. They hauled it out. Offense.